Now, what I want to discuss was the difference between identity and desire. So our identity is something we're born with. Basically, we're born whole, we're born complete. This is the desire. This is what we experience in this three-dimensional world. This is part of our expansion. This is helping us guide us through this world, guide us through this experience, but it will never be your identity. It will never be who you are. It's an extension of who you think you are. And it's only bringing out those traits that are already existing inside of you. The great thing about it is once you start to realize that everything you are is already inside of you, you can replace this with anything else in the world and it's gonna have the same effects, because it's all about how you perceive this external item and how you perceive it to bring out those internal factors like your strength and your confidence. So what I would always tell people to do is an exercise called Last Person on Earth. So the moment that something gets taken away from you and you feel this dread, this loss, this kind of loss of identity, this fear that you feel, this anxiety, for whatever reason that thing was taken away from you, it caused all these emotions to erupt. What I would suggest you do is take a moment, go inside of yourself and imagine just for 1 minute that you're the last person on earth. There's no other human being but you. And I want you to ask yourself, if I am the last person on earth, would I still need this component, this object, to feel complete, to feel whole? I can almost guarantee you the answer is going to be no. Because usually when we associate something in the external world with our identity, with our strength, and with our power, it's usually because the external world has associated that with us. And we've come to understand and accept that as part of who we are. But what we have to understand is who we are is always there. And who we are and who we always will be, we're born with. And all these beautiful objects that are in this external world, all they do is they just uncover all of that magic that's already inside of us. These are just tools. When they're gone, they're gone. Because everything in the external world, our body, our minds, everything will die. The only thing that will continue will be who we truly are. And that's the eternal self. So don't be afraid to have desires and have passions and loves like this hat. But remember, when it's gone, it's gone. Right there, that's truly living. Because every situation you go into, you're gonna go into the situation complete and you're gonna know all you're doing is choosing this desire or that desire, this experience or that experience. Only for your expansion. That doesn't mean it's going to add to who you are at the core of your identity. All it's gonna do is just help you become more aware. And through that process, it'll heal that suffering that's caused by the feeling of loss of identity. And that's the process called the last person on earth. Because usually when we're alone by ourselves, we tend to understand who we are and truly be ourselves. All right, this is Manny. Namaste.